These three Jackson Public School teachers didn't want us to show their faces, but they say they need their voices heard.
A student physically cannot earn a grade lower than a 50. They can never come to my classroom and they'll get a 50 on their report card.
Here's what he is talking about, a grade book from one of those teachers. In gray, the teacher says she has typed in the students' true grades, but in the right-hand column, for every failing student, some kids with 21, 16, and 34%, you see an official grade of 50% or better.
I've literally watched a student tell his teacher, well, I passed the first and second term, and I did okay the third term, so I don't need to try now, because he knows he'll get a 50%, which will even out to him passing.
The teachers from different schools tell us they submit their students' grades to a computer system. They say that computer system posts the grades and the individual schools print them, so no person should be able to change the grades manually. The teachers say they brought concerns to supervisors in their high schools.
And he said that this is only for the first term, and that the other 3 terms, their other grades would be the normal grades.
And then when it came to the end of that first semester, end of the second term, our principal told us no, they said it will continue, and basically it's continued throughout the entire year.
I know my administrator said he went back to the board and said, look, I don't think this policy should be accurate, should be in policy. And he said, well, they're going to continue regardless.
When we reached out to the Jackson Public School District, they sent us a statement saying a minimum grade of 50 is not part of the JPS grading policy. Our policies are set by the JPS Board of Trustees and can be found in the JPS Student Handbook. The teachers say there's something going on, and it's sending kids forward who just aren't ready.
There should be a correlation between my students that fail my class and the students that fail that state test. And there is no correlation because the students that fail that state test have been boosted by this policy.
They believe in themselves, they believe in each other, and they want an administration, they want a district that believes in them as well. And they feel that this policy is counter to that.
This Jackson Public School teacher didn't want to show her face, but she says the school district is hurting students by inflating grades.
In my opinion, they skirted around the teachers.
We first showed you the problem in this grade book weeks ago. Teachers we talked to say the left column shows the real grades that the students earned in class, but on the official results, grades like 45%, 21%, and 16% show up as 50s in the right column.
They could miss a whole term, they could miss 2 terms, and numerically, they would earn that unit.
When we first asked the district about this, they told us that there was no policy to change grades. When we kept asking questions, they told us their computerized grading system, quote, uses a default setting of 50 as the lowest grade. Each student's actual earned grade is to be entered into the system and recorded by the teacher in a classroom grade book. Our anonymous teacher says these false grades do affect her students, and some struggling students can pass a class without even trying.
His semester grade was such that with the 50, he would actually numerically be able to pass and not do any work.
The Mississippi Board of Education says each district can make their own policy, but there are rules.
If the district is doing this and it's not being discussed with the teachers to get their input, is that still allowable?
No, that would not be allowable if the district is not doing this in accordance with our state board policy.
When we asked JPS about claims that the 50s made some students' final grades just high enough to pass for the year, the spokesperson said he could not speak about specific cases. In Jackson, Hadass Brown, 16 WAPT News.